whatever. Hey, what's up? This is Kristof from Budapest, Hungary, and I am going to go into detail how I made my KBB seeding round, and I'm gonna do this as a series, and I'm gonna show you how I made all of my KBB tracks. I'll give you some insights, and I'll just basically react on my own KBB rounds. Starting with the seeding round, this was a crazy thing. I will say a lot of background stories in the middle of it, but let's not waste any time and let's just start this. Let's go.
In 3, 2, 1,
Beatbox. Let's go. Okay. What a beefy kick. Oh. I don't even remember that I made it this beefy. Now I would do it a bit shorter and less subby, you know? Okay, about this, can you hear this arpeggio? Now a lot of people asking me like, yeah, is this pitch shift or osbod or whatever? No, I send a signal from my helix and I make the pitch with the pitch bend. Actually, that's why you have this gliding effect. So the pitch is not, but it's like, you know, it's gliding, it's bending up, and then I slice it up with the slicer to give some attacks and make it sound like more like this arpeggio kind of thing. So there's a big difference, although using the pitch bend is a bit tough because there's no definite pitches there, so you have to tweak a lot for yourself. There you go with the chords. Oh yeah, I love these chords. Essentially, if you're just asking, these are that's the magic. That's the magic chord there. The idea was that I wanted to make something really epic, almost like cinematic, I would say, you know. And that's the magic there. The harmonic minor using this scale, so you know, but in context it sounds epic because this is a scale that classical music and film music uses a lot. So borrowing notes from that scale, making chords is supposed to be a great idea, and I just like it. And one more little detail to listen to is the bass octave switches. So listen to those bass switches. Listen. You know, octave. And obviously, from Budapest, Hungary, and this is my seeding round for the KBB 21. Oh, and look at that. Obviously, I prepared the quick arpeggio there for the end, the second drop. And also, look at the timer. It started from 3:30, and I got ready under a minute. So right now, it's becoming entertainment. There was less than a minute, the looping, which was quite hard to do, to be honest, but this is always my goal. My limit is always, when I time myself, is 120, the maximum time I want to spend with preparing the loop. Yeah, it's just, you know, TikTok generation. That's all I gotta say about this. It's really important to be really time efficient with your loop preparation. Do it under a minute, and somehow, if you can, keep it interesting. So yeah. Loopstation, let's go. Yeah. Going, but you said the same. I'm always one step ahead in the game. Okay, a quick comment. By the way, if you don't like me stopping the video all the time, go watch the original video. Get the hell out of my channel. No, just kidding. But really, the reason I'm doing this video, that I assume that you already saw this video, so this is not really a reaction. This is going in depth. So yeah, let's continue. So the effect that I'm using there in my voice, it's subtle, but I think it makes a big difference. So this is how I speak there. If you're wearing headphones, this might make a bigger difference compared to this, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm taking two detuned voices to each stereo side, so left and right, and I keep the middle as the normal sound, right? So if I would, for example, just sing into this would be pretty messy, like, you can hear that, you know, that beating. Is it because I have two detuned versions of my voice coming from the helix, obviously, and that gives some movement, some really quick movement, some vibrant movement. And if I say anything like this, is this hype? No, it's not. Is this hype? You know, it just have that extra energy, you know, and of course a bit more delay. Not that big of a difference. I wouldn't say this is make or break a track, but still a fun little detail that you might not caught up on. Game. Fanning delay left and right.
I'm always one step ahead in the game.
Okay, check that movement. So many things I had to remember in this routine. Turning off the effects, bring the fader down, bring up the fader, bring back the microphone. That was one more time.
Okay. I'm always one step ahead in the game.
Yeah. Woo! I love this melody. About the bass sound, let's just go a little back and listen for the bass sound. So obviously you can hear the main texture, and obviously you can hear the melody. Or something like that. But the most important thing is that the textural change inside the bass is happening. So you can hear the main texture, but in the texture you can hear some like electronic sorry about it, I don't know how to remake it, but this like little you know, like if metal going against metal. So yeah, check that out.
What?
Yeah. Recording the what? Okay, this combo. Should I tell you this combo? This is a crazy combo, as you can do. You know, that's... oh, if you want me to tell this combo right in this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, because, you know, I'm leaving here free information. What the f... like, this is the least you can do. No, just kidding, again, no pressure. But if you like what I'm doing and you like this video, please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe. Yeah, so this combo is coming from one of my previous videos that I'll try to link somewhere there or there, I'm not even sure. If not, you can find it by the name of Heavy Bass, I think. The trick that I'm using here is that I'm using a slicer, and the slicer is tweaked so fast that actually it sounds like a note. So I think around the value of 90 to 100, it oscillates kind of a note, okay? But it gives a really specific texture to the bass, okay? And from there on, I use a filter to do the whoops, like a low pass filter on a triplet. So yeah, you know, MK2 does this bullshit where you use a filter and your volume drops like, I don't know, 5 decibels or something, which is ridiculous. I'm not sure why is this happening, but it's happening and it's there. So the thing is that I am using the filter, and right after the filter I compensate for the volume with a phaser. And with the phaser, how I do it is that I put the direct mix up 100%, and then I bring back a little bit of the affected signal, right? That adds back volume and also adds back a little texture of the phaser doing, you know, and that together basically creates the... yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah, that was a triple. Yeah, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Yeah. And the effect that I'm using in the beginning is something that I really like, especially in rhythm and dubstep and stuff like that, is the beat repeat on mix mode. Experiment with that. It's crazy shit. Yeah. Wait. Can you hear that? I did a switch there to vinyl flick. You know, one more time. and see me pushing that button right below the red button. I programmed that to switch from beat repeat to vinyl flick on track effects A, so I can do this transition. So it's not the dum 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 dum, you know, but it's dum 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 dum. You know, it's like, yeah, the vinyl flick effect. So these little details I'm really stubborn about, that I need to make these transitions, because in my opinion you don't necessarily see these. For most of you, I think it's like, what, I cannot even hear it. Yes, it's there, and I think it's important that it's there, because this is adding more liveliness to your loops, because a loop is a loop. You know, the more you manipulate it, the more it sounds like actual prepared music. So something to bear in mind, and listen and watch for my hand clicking that little button below the red button on track 4, right? And that is switching from beat repeat to vinyl flick. There, bam bam. And then I'm switching banks right after that. You can do this pretty fast on the MK2. That's awesome. So we're going back with the build up. Let's see. Also, I deleted the drop track because I'm gonna use it for the second drop. It's important to do this as quick as possible. Now this is the riser. Fake drop.
I'm always one step ahead in the game.
You know, this thing, I just love to do it as much as I can. You build up, you feel like the drop is coming, you feel like you know where the drop is coming, and then no break or fake drop where you get the tease of a bass line without the drums. And this time I just had my vocals there, which is like, if you don't understand because of my accent or something, it's I keep on growing but you stay the same. I'm always one step ahead in the game. So that's the lyrics. The build up is made obviously with the twist effect, but I'm using the bass sound that I'm using in the drop in a high note. So instead of wow, I just do like, you know, like a high falsetto kind of thing into the bass sound. And that, with the twist, it's starting to go up, and obviously there's some panning delay, some reverb, some yada yada yada, you know, to make the riser really hype. And yeah, so that's it, and we're going into the drop 2.
Keep on growing, but you stay the same. I'm always one step ahead in the game.
Look at my feet. It's giving me the different textures. And I had to remember that. So this is not random pushing. I made the variations, and as I started to play with it, it kind of made sense at the time. Right now, I'm not even sure which one is which, but at the time it made sense. And I remembered all the sequence of when should I push which one to do the textural changes. So the notes, the pitch is coming from my mouth, just going do, you know, like humming, and the textural differences are coming from the helix snapshots. Yeah. Vinyl flick again. This is again vinyl flick. And the reason I'm controlling the vinyl flick with input effects knob is that I am going to use reverse reverb also. And sometimes if I turn off the two in not the great sequence, then I tweak the reverse reverb instead of the vinyl flick. This is just making things comfortable. So I routed on the input effects knob so I don't have to think about like even this, you know, like which one I push last, and if not, then I have to press the edit button and then track effects say, no, I don't need it, thank you very much. I'm gonna need only modulating the vinyl flick, so I routed into the input effects knob. And also it's easier, like, you know, doing this than this with 2 hands on the same spot. So yeah. Oops. Reverse reverb, and you see what I'm talking about there. And also, like, that's reverse reverb and slicer together, obviously. Yeah. And that's reverse reverb and reverb.
And that's
time. And that's me saying, what? I had crazy time recording this song, and it wasn't easy at all. But I would say, performing wise, this was like quite okay. So this wasn't that hard to perform, although there's a lot of button pressing, but the drops are quite good to perform. I don't know how to say it, but the thing is that the preparation for this was crazy. The sound design, I chose from so many bases at the end, so yeah. For that, it wasn't easy, but this became seeding round number 1, which was part of my tactique, I would say. I wanted to get as high ranked in the seeding rounds because I wanted to pick first, then I want to go second. I didn't want to hold back. Like, my tactique basically for the whole battle was all out. So in all rounds, if you feel like I hold back, no, I just suck. I'm just... No, I don't hold back anything. I try to use the strongest of my routines all the time. We can talk about tactique a little bit if you're still here with me, because I didn't have all the routines by the time the competition started. So I picked the genres and the moods for specifically my opponent, and I would say that I tried out a lot of things. So I had these routine ideas packed up, but at the end, I chose whatever is the strongest at the moment. Whatever I felt like, oh, this slaps at the moment. So I wasn't like, oh yeah, but if I got through PSN, then I'm gonna face either MH or Joshua and let's keep this for him. No. Whatever it took to win that battle. And not thinking about the next one, because this is an online competition. So I can always work a little bit more, work one night without sleeping or whatever to create even better or crazier ideas. Yeah, so that was my tactic, and this was my seeding round. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you think that the information I gave out here is valuable, please, for God's sake, share it with a friend. Please subscribe and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Help the algorithm so more people can see this and more people can find my YouTube channel. I'm really grateful for you guys, for the subscribers and watchers. Thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next video. My first round against PSN, one of my least beloved video. I thought people gonna go crazy like, oh wow, Kristof's doing the different style, and no, they pissed on me. Yeah, so that routine was interesting. People hated it. I love it, so we're gonna talk about it next time. Bye.